Hey folks, welcome back to Jody Hughes Music. I'm in a little bit different location in the yard out here. I see this little tree up here. It's starting to bloom, and I was like, it looks really nice out there. It's coming out looking beautiful, and I thought I'd get up under here under this tree and play some music this afternoon. So that's where we're at. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I've brought forth any new, but in today's video, I'm going to start giving you something new here. I just want to say thanks to all of you that have become Patreon members. That really helps me out. And of course, those of you that have been subscribing. I've got some new products to tell you about just real quick. I am starting to make some courses for everybody. I just released one on melodic banjo. I'll put it over here on the screen. Basically, I go over the logic behind melodic banjo, and I teach you some scales, a few little licks, and just get you started in an introduction into melodic style banjo. And I finished up my beginner banjo course finally, and I'm starting on beginner banjo course number 2. And I've also got that blues course that I'm working on that's more of a longer term project. So stay tuned, lots of stuff. And I'm just wrote up a tab to some classical kind of stuff, Hall of the Mountain King. So look for that coming too. That should be up on my website in the next day or so. But let's go ahead and get started in some new material here. I kept having a lot of responses on how to play on slow tunes. So I thought I would take today and show you how to play in 3/4 time signature, because not every song is in 4/4. So 3/4. It's got 3 beats, right? So basically what I want you to do is I want you to hit the 4th string with your thumb, and then you're going to take all 3 strings down here and you're going to hit them all at the same time. And you're going to do that twice. So you're going to have this. You're going to have thumb and then pluck, pluck. And you're just simply counting these as quarter notes. You're counting 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to bar the 7th fret, a D chord, and it'll sound like this. Go to C. I encourage you to just pick maybe some easy chords like a bar, those 2 bar chords there, and just try those going back and forth. I'll do this for you and I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back and forth. Now, unfortunately, it's not that simple. If you're accompanying somebody, you're going to want to chop off certain notes. So listen again. So up here, I'm just dampening it by lifting a little bit. Not completely off, but just a little bit. And I'm doing that on 1, 2, 3, on both 2 and 3. So it gives it a... You can imagine somebody dancing to the waltz, right? Boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick. So it's the same kind of thing. It's the same kind of rhythmic feel, if you will. Back up. Now let's do this a little faster. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, maybe we graduate into some more complicated fingerings. Maybe you'll grab a G chord here. Okay? And then we're just going to do the same thing. Going to slide it up a fret and switch my fingers into the C chord there. And so maybe 2 measures of each. Let's try G, C, and D now. So you're going to go here, up a fret, switch your fingers, and then same position, but move your fingers up 2 frets. Hopefully you know this. I'm kind of making some assumptions if you're trying to tackle this. You know your basic chords. But anyways, here goes. G. C, D, back to G. Now, in my opinion, the waltz time can get really monotonous if all you're doing is just boom, chick, chick, boom, chick, chick. Especially if you got a song where it's just all G for like maybe 4 bars or something, it can get really old. So what I want to do next is teach you some of the roll patterns that I use. So I'll do it and then I'll explain it. Okay, so I'm going to turn this way a little bit because I am breaking one of my rules a little bit in that I'm double thumbing. And remember, it has to add up to 3 beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and, right? The neighbor's dog just heard that I'm down here playing waltz time and wants to chime in, but he needs to get in the right time signature. So here we go. We're going to go 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. So I'll do this for you. Now to 2, and then to 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and you notice the thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, and that's going to keep you in time. Now I'm going to do this with the vamping pattern. Hopefully you're getting this 1 and 2 and 3 and then I'm going to do this time, I'm going to make it more complicated. I'm going to put it in every other measure. I'm going to go from G and then into C doing this, okay? Okay, so you can mix it up. Let's say I had G, C, and D. Maybe you want to mix it up into something else. Sometimes I do it twice in a row, like at the end of a vocal line, I'll put in a little, you know, at the end. So if I'm coming out of D, and then the next verse starts. So you can sometimes use it as a fill-in, if you will. So that's one little right-hand pattern that I use in waltz time. Another technique that I do is my back and forth technique, 1 and 2 and 3. So what you're going to do here, you're going to pluck strings 1 and 2, and then with your thumb, you're going to hit the 3rd string. And you're just going to go back and forth, 1 and 2, and then I'm going to end with the pluck for now. Hear how that sounds in conjunction with the other one that you already did. So it's just basically pluck, only the top 2 strings, pluck, 3, pluck, 3, pluck. So it's pluck, 3, pluck, 3, pluck, and you're going to leave out the and of 3 just to give you some time to move. And I kind of chop off the last one. Make it snappy, okay, by once again chopping off up here. Now, you can get more complicated once you get this, and you can mix it all up. I'm just going to do a chord progression and put these in. So there, sometimes I did it, sometimes I didn't. I kind of, you know, I did a little bit of vamping and then maybe a roll. Back to vamping. Back and forth. This will help you in your backup so you don't just sound like this the whole time, right? That can get quite old, if you will. All right, so those are some really cool right-hand patterns for waltz time. I may have another video, but this is all that I'm going to give you today, and hopefully you learned something. And if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button. That really helps me out. The views help me out, all the watching and all that, and I surely appreciate it. Check out my Teachable site with the new courses as well. I'll leave a link underneath the video, and you guys take care. Stay safe, all right?